and foremost, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank my new subscribers, my returning subscribers, as well as just everybody, because you guys are the ones that make us. So I hope I come through pretty clear. Let me go over here. But you guys, I thank you all. And I know I've been gone sort of for the past couple of weeks, and I was having some issues with my leg pain, um, dealing with that. Just wanted to say hi. I'm hoping I can get this to do what I want it to do. Hey, what do you know? I can. So, hi Cecilia, hi Marsha Lee, hi Manuela, and Nikki and Sam, and Fuzzy Butt, Lene. Hi Lori, Melissa. Hi Sarah. Um, Hi MG57. Panda's at work, so it's just me. He'll watch the replay, of course. But yeah, I want to thank you all for all the well wishes for the past couple weeks with my leg pain. I was finally able to get into my pain doctor so they could turn on the stimulator for the right side, so that way I can, because my condition spread to the other leg as well, so my nerve condition. So I had to wait to get in, get the Abbott rep there so they can turn on this pain stimulator for the right leg, and that was all done. What day was that? Tuesday, Monday, this week. I think it was Tuesday, and pretty much Tuesday and yeah, it was Tuesday and Thursday. Literally, I'd go to bed around noon or 2 p.m. and I didn't wake up until 3 or 4 in the morning. I was getting a lot of sleep, and that's awesome, awesome, Melissa. And but now with the pain stimulator, it all actually working on my right leg. Everything's good now. I can get back to creating now. I did create something. Hi, VJ and Melissa G and Debbie and Susan and Bertha and Barbara and Kathy. I did create something out of, I guess we could call it, it was born out of pain. Hi, Coley. Um, it is a new blanket. I'm almost done with it. It'll actually be the tutorial for the 7th. But it's not complicated. It is you will have to pay attention if you're going to do it. You have to pay attention because it's not complicated. It's just there's a lot to it. And it was just, like I said, it was born out of pain because I needed something that could keep my mind busy and off of my pain. And it worked because what I was working on prior that I was hoping to have done by now wasn't working. It wasn't keeping my mind up busy. So I created a new blanket, and it's very, very, very thick. And it's called Saddleback. Ugh. And this is it. And it is very simple. Trust me, it's very simple but I've never seen anything done like this. All these lines, it's just front post double crochet, Tunisian front post double crochets. And then the V's are just a double, what's it called? The double full, which I will have that stitch tutorial actually coming out this coming Monday. But it is very thick. It is going to be one of those that, I mean, I don't know if you can see how thick that is, but that is pretty thick. It is heavy. I'm just using the Big Twist colorways of Pool Time and Speckled Blues. Hi, Ivy. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, I gotta look over here. Marcelina. It's very heavy. Now, the only reason I ended up taking it because we were doing blankets for the family, and Tony Panda did the blankets for sister-in-law and his brother, and well, his sister-in-law's father's living with them now, so he was going to do a blanket for the father-in-law, which they like blues. So I was like, well, I've got all this blue. Well, I'm using 4 weight, and we'll talk about that here in a second. And hi, Jen. And I was like, well, I needed to do something in blue and white. I was going to try to do a different style that I wanted to do. I still have to perfect it. It just wasn't enough to keep my mind busy. This did, and it kept my mind off the paint. Now, it is using a total, this is a lot. It is 4 weight yarn, Debbie. It's a lot. 2,952 yards because of the Tunisian front post double crochets. And it is heavy. It is thick. It's very thick. And it's warm. So it's using a total of 12. You know how these skeins are all less than the size of their normal skeins. I think it's the normal ones are. Oh, I got some behind me. $380 yards. These are 269 yards. So 111 yards less than their normal skein sizes. So, but I used a total of 12 will be going into this, and it's very, very heavy. It is going to be comfy. I'm not looking forward to the postage on it because that one's going to weigh. It's going to weigh a lot. And then I have my next blanket ready to go. The yarns are setting off to the side. That one is called, I'm still playing with the name. The next blanket will be called, the one I'm working on is called Saddleback. That'll come out March 7th. Then the next blanket that I'm going to be working on, the name, I'm still playing with it. Right now, it's Jewel of the Rhine, but we'll see how that changes. Hi, Dorothy. What else? I should also next week be able to finish, finally, be able to finish A Mother's Gift, which is a Ruana, as well as a scarf that I'm working on, and 2 other, they're half done, ear warmers. They just weren't enough to keep my concentration off of my pain, so I had to switch to something that was going to keep my concentration. So I had to do that. And then we've been doing a lot of yarn shopping too, because I love Big Twist. That's the brand that I use for everything. So we've been doing a lot of yarn shopping, getting a lot of yarn, and so much so, like the closet that's usually behind me, where I'm sitting in my computer lives, that is completely stacked full of yarn. Completely, there is no space in there whatsoever. All totes, all 40. We got a lot of totes, and they're 30-gallon totes. They're completely full. Because I want to be able to. I'm not that I'm not a fan of like Hirschner's. Hirschner's has good yarn. What I do like about Hirschner's is the center pull, but I love Big Twist, as you can all see everywhere. A lot of this is just Big Twist everything. What else? I really don't have much else to talk about because, like I said, I was just concentrating on pain. I just wanted to come on and say hi and, yes, that's the other thing I want to tell y'all. I have something, if you're going to do an online order at Joann's, I'm going to type it into the chat if I can find my cursor. I'm going to type it into the chat. This is an extra code, and it does work. It's an extra code that you can coupon. It's 25% off, and it does work. I have it wrote down because I wanted to make sure. Let me read it back to myself. All right, let me doctor it up. Oh my gosh, Michael, you cannot. I don't like typing on this one. There we go. No, you're fine, Noreen. And hi, Liz. And then I also got, well, I pretty much have every colorway of the Menagerie, every colorway of, what is that stuff? The Vortex. Now, the Menagerie, I'm going to be doing a shawl probably next week. I should be finishing up these other 4 objects and getting them filmed and ready. And then I'm going to do a shawl. And I was debating on this colorway for a, this is the Menagerie, and it is called, I have no idea, Rosy Maple Moth. I don't know. But I think it looks pretty. It would be like a really pretty Easter colorway. Hi, Frizzy. Thank you, Barbara. So far, I'm still in pain, but it's nowhere like it was last week. Last week was just miserable. It didn't help that we went from 80 to 85 degrees one day. The very next day we were 20. So, yeah, the pain didn't help at all. And I am doing a lot better. Thank you. I have been trying to bust out this thick blanket so I can get it done. When I was coming up with it, and I'd say about halfway done, Panda was messing with it. And he goes, "Oh, it reminds me of one of those saddle blankets that you put over horses." So I was wrestling with the name idea, and Saddleback came into it. And that's awesome, Kelly. That is awesome. And I want to thank everybody who's purchased the Ireland pattern off of Panda's Etsy. Thank you for that. And he wrote it up, and because he'll be writing the stuff up. So I was like, you handle all that. Put it in your name. I don't care on him. Sorry, my back is itchy. So, and then he's got the cat one up there too. But he's going to be working on, I want to say next week or week after, one of the two. He's going to be working on turning the gigabyte into a written pattern. He's going to be doing all my, because I just don't have the time. And literally how he wrote the Ireland pattern is he watched the video too. Yeah, Debbie, it really does. Wow, Noreen. Sorry, I keep pronouncing it. I want to say Norina from what was that? What was her? I know what her name is. Her channel name. I see it in my head, but Noreen. Well, Kellyanne, if you go to the video of, let me go to my videos. I'm pretty sure I posted it in the video. did. I did update it into the description of the video. Oh my gosh, that thing's got a lot of views. Oh wow. Yeah, that's kind of scary. These cakes up here are Big Twist Vortex. I have all the colorways. There's some, or even, I've got totes right here. I mean, we've gotten so much yarn this past 2 weeks in the mail that we've got totes here, got totes all in the garage. Panda's computer room is got yarn all over. My closet behind me is stuffed. You know, I did get some Hirschner stuff because we needed some Hirschner's colorways. Panda wanted to make a blanket for his sister. So, and she's a Green Bay Packers fan. So he got this. And then he wanted to make one for his dad, who retired from the Army. So we got him a mess ton of, this stuff feels like sandpaper. But we got him a mess ton of the camo. Put that back up there. And then there's blacks for both of them to go with it, because that's what he wanted. So, I mean, the rest of most of all my yarn acquisitions this past 2 weeks has just been stocking up on just regular yarns. You know, of course, they're not coming out with anything new, so I have all the Vortex, and I'm going to grab more because I want to do in this Vortex here. I want to do a. Let me stand up and grab it. Oh wow, that one's all messed up. But this is the Neon Rainforest. Yeah, I want to do a mosaic in this. Hey Connie. Hi Holly. And I want to do a mosaic in this, and I got some titanium grays, and of course, you know, my blue and orange are my colors, but I got a mess ton of that dark teal, the same one that I used for the the Ireland blanket. I got a mess ton of that. Hey Nessa. Hi Tammy. Oh, awesome, awesome. Hey, there's Panda. He's ninja sneaking in. He's got to get back to work. Hey, Margie. He needs to get back to work. Then there's I mean, I got a lot. I came up with a couple of new blanket patterns. Well, a couple more to add to my list. But I just got to flesh the idea out. A couple months ago, I talked about doing a Tunisian crochet along, and with what I had planned this year, I can't fit it in. It's going to start at the beginning of 2026. Well, I have the idea. I just need to flesh out the design a little bit more, but it'll go. And then we're going to also have in 2026, I know a whole year away, but because of what I want to create for that second crochet along, it's going to happen, I want to say, start around the second week of October, and it should go through till the end of November, because we're going to make a Christmas tree skirt. So the first crochet along will happen at the beginning of the year, and it's going to be a blanket, but it's going to be a blanket you've never seen. I'm sure you've seen one like that before, but you know, and then there's going to be the Christmas, I guess you could say, crochet along as well, because it's going to be a tree skirt, but we're going to do it in panels as well. Margie, what time do I just say close it off. That's what I like for the very last stitch when you're closing the gaps off. It depends, you know, I just say it's the close off, you know, and just follow the stitch. If it's simple stitch, it's a simple stitch close off. If it's knit, it's a knit stitch close off. Or if it's a pattern, The only one you really can't do that with, unfortunately, are ones that really require a lot of yarn overs, like the stitch requires yarn overs, like the star stitches, or uh, Panda's nemesis recently, the smock stitch. Who the heck is that? Oh, sorry. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, Frizzy. I'm sorry. I should. I need to. I meant to do that. I thought they timed you out, and I was like, how the heck can they do that? There we go. I should have done that. You can call it bind off. I always just say close off because you're closing the project off. Um, yes, Frizzy. For some reason, when I saw that, for some reason I thought they timed you out, and I was like, how? It was freaking me out for a second. But yeah, we're gonna get trolls. I noticed Russ. I don't know. It's like lately, the trolls are coming back into the crochet community again, and that's my fault for not putting it on subscriber only. And I get it from me doing it this way, but this way for my anxiety issues is great because I don't see the numbers that are looking at me. Um, and then on my monitor, I'll show you how it looks over here, because that's how I have it on my monitor. I just have the chat big so I can read, because I don't have my glasses and it's hard to see on my phone. So I just have the chat big over there and just watch this. So hey, Charles. Just saw you over at Bonnie Bay, but that's how I normally have it. When we go visit him, that's a long drive for us. I mean, it's a long drive for me, period. I mean, sitting in a car that long, wow. And I can fly, but it's pain in the butt when you have implants to fly. Like, big time pain in the rear end. I mean, I got medical cards for the implants and stuff, but it's just a bigger pain because they pull you off to the side and then you go in a special room and then they take off this, take off that. Yeah, Tony, they do. They really do have to deal with that. We don't have trains here. Where I live, we don't have a train. We have the nearest train station is train service city is Dallas, and that is 6.5 to 8 hours away, depending on who's driving. Yeah, and they really do. And then a metal detector can also mess up my implanted spinal cord stimulator. So I have to go through pat downs, searches, take off your pants, take off your shirt. So yeah, because they can't use a metal wand on my back. And it's not something I really like going through. So we went through it once, and I just it was a pain. Okay, Nikki, get the feeling better. Yeah, Debbie, right? I mean, I'm in the Texas Panhandle. It's 6.5 to 8 hours away. Like I said, depending on who's driving and what construction. And Lene, that's me. It may sometimes even be a lot less. Yeah, every 45 minutes to an hour, I have to get out. My legs just can't sit there in that one spot. Like when I'm sitting here doing stuff, about every 30, 45 minutes, I have to get up. Oh, well, thank you, Charlie. And Crystal back a day is just a great person. She's great. So is, you got Mikey. Yeah. Bonnie Bay. I've watched quite a few of her lives. I just never really chatted in them till today. There's just a lot because I'm usually just got yarn all over my hands, so I'm normally don't really chat a lot. I do watch a lot, um, and if I'm sleeping, like like lately, the past week, I've been trying to get a little bit of sleep during the day. Last week because of the pain, I wasn't sleeping a lot, but I was trying to get a little bit of sleep during the day, and I was missing VJs and Granny D's. I'd watch the replays. I've become more of a lurker just because having the yarn all over my hands and then just the projects, and then uh so I've gotten to where I lurk, and if I'm not watching, I do watch the replay because there's sometimes I'm so engrossed into TV shows. I'm so far behind on a lot of TV shows. And then there's so many great people to watch, you know. Um, yeah, and Body Bay is really great. Take care of Russ after surgery. Shoot, Panda maybe having to have surgery. We're not 100% sure. We won't know until he goes to the neurology appointment, but that's not scheduled until November. That's how far out they could have got him with the other neurosurgeons, but I've never worked with the other neurosurgeons, so I was like, just just take who you have because that's a great neurologist. So we can wait until November to see if he. I'm hoping he doesn't. Hey, Steve's girl. I'm hoping he doesn't have to have surgery because it's on the back. We're hoping that he can it can buy some time. I'm still live. What do you mean? I just started live, going live about less than 30 minutes ago. Um. Oh yeah. No. 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 Lede. Yeah. Oh, Manuela. Oh. Oh. I see what you're saying. And I'm sorry. I know people kind of make fun of me for chapstick all the time, but I spent so many years working in dry environments between being in the military, the operating room. My lips just don't produce moisture. So chapstick I have to always do because of that. Um, and then I don't want to address that. I'm trying to think of what else. The other thing, I'll show you what I was working on that wasn't catching my attention or keeping my concentration that I wish I could have. I would have if we didn't have the massive cold front we had last week. It would have been finished. The tutorial would have been coming out, but I can show you majority of what's done. Uh-oh. It's been a hot minute since I picked you up. Dang, Michael. All right, first and foremost, it starts out. Of course, I got the tail still there, but it starts out and it's going. It's going to be a scarf, but look at that stitch. This is the scale stitch, and it's going to be a hooded scarf. Um, we're calling it Cobra scarf because the way the hood's going to make it look that I'm working with, it's going to make it look like it's Cobra, and with that Mother Earth colorway from Supernova, I think that looks great with it. Of course, the Ruana, I just got to piece it together, film it, and that'll be done. And then, oh, I don't know where my door's shut, so I can't really look at my dry erase door because since we only have the one dog now, she likes to be nosy and walk all up and down the hallway constantly, making a lot of noise since we have wooden floors. So I shut the door, and if the door's shut, she thinks that I'm sleeping. She's old; she can't hear. She not that she can't hear. It's selective hearing. But if you whisper, even if you whisper it across the house, treat. Oh, she'll come running. But if you tell her to go, she just looks like, she's like, what? Plus, she's wearing a cone right now, so it makes everything even worse. But that'll be done. The Rwanda will be done. 2 ear warmers will be done this coming next week. The blanket will come out on the 7th, and then I'm just going to start staggering everything out. And then I'll be able to start on Jewel of the Rhine and who else? Jewel of the Rhine, which is a blanket pattern. That's still a name in the works. I'm making it for a special another creator, and the name kind of gives away who it's for, but it's a pattern I came up with, and I was wanting to do something for her for over a year, and then this blanket pattern came into my mind, and it's got teal in it, so there you go. That should tell you right away who it is. But the complementary color that I'm going to work with it. Let me grab it. At least my yarn room is not that big. But here's the teal, still in the package, all of them. And that's the complementary color I'm going to use with it, which is called Cosmetic Pink. In person, I mean, the camera's really not doing too much. I mean, it's not close. But I think these two, with the idea that I have, are going to work really well together. And I really do think I'm throwing it in my computer chair. I really think she will like it. Plus, it's for a tutorial. And then after that, then I'm going to be doing a Japanese knot bag. I'm going to be doing it out of bamboo. Yes. There's going to be Mother's Day. Something easy and quick for Mother's Day anybody can do. S.L. Smith, yes. Beginner to simple stitch. That is the very first stitch you should always learn. I'm going to also, what I'm going to be trying to do in the next month is film the rest of the beginning stitches, because I want to do that little course. I don't know if whenever they decide to open up courses, because they're opening up for certain channels at a time, but I want to put redo my intro to Tunisian, my basics of Tunisian, and then do the 5 basic stitches. I've already redone one. I got to redo the other 4 because my older ones are just cringe. Oh, thank you. I haven't really been paying attention. I don't look at my numbers because the anxiety kicks off. So I don't really look at those. I just really I look at comments, and that's really it. Oh, my watch hours. I got to watch my watch hours because I know sometimes I got to make sure I'm protected whenever they start falling off. Yes, and Lene, yes. And I try to my patterns. Now I do know the very first blanket I did, Bunny Meadows, is more of, I'd say, more intermediate than anything, just because of the different stitches I'll throw in there. But I try to make trying to make all my blankets very beginner friendly, just because, if something catches somebody's eye and they've never done Tunisian, they pick it up and do it. But I wanted to do something. I don't have any do I? No, but I can do that. Come on. And man, it's gonna come right back to me. eventually. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Nessa. And welcome to everybody who just got a. And Jessica, see, I prefer Knitter's Pride. I like my wooden ones, but lately, depending on one, the yarn, and depending on how fast I want to work it up, if I want to work it up fast, I do use the metal AliExpress ones. This one just doesn't have a cable on it, but I do use the AliExpress metal ones because that helps me do the return pass a lot faster. For the blanket, I'm using my wooden ones because there's a spot where you have to go through two and not just one on the return pass. So I just prefer wood. I can feel when I slip a stitch. I can feel when I split the yarn. With these metal ones, of course, these metal ones, they do have to me, they have they have a sharp head. You know, it's very sharp. All that is sharp. You know, so you have a tendency to split your yarn a lot. So, and I prefer to use these with more cotton. And I don't mind using it with the wool, the Supernova, because the wool actually just slides over these. It doesn't really slide over wood all that well. Well, thank you. What else? There was something I wanted to mention. See, this is why I should just write stuff down. I don't ever write anything down that I want to talk about. And Panda gets on to me about that. But I'm like, I let the chat decide where we're going. But the stitch is going to be coming out Monday is a viral stitch. Now, it is, when I say viral, I mean, it's going viral in a lot of shorts, or what are those things on TikToks, the TikToks and Facebook Reels. But the video doesn't explain anything. I'm like, you know, I know that stitch. I know what it's called. I'm going to do it. Plus, it's in this pattern of Saddleback. So I'm going to do I'm going to do it. And that'll be the tutorial just to get it done and over with. And that way people would understand how to do it instead of having to listen to one of those videos that have that Yankee music playing. Georgia, I don't know. More than likely, it will be Hirschner's that I use after Big Twist is gone. But the good thing about what me and Panda have been doing the past 2 to 3 weeks is stocking up. I am good on Big Twist with my projects. Like every one of my blankets that I have, which is now 25 blankets on my list, even though I've done a few, there's still 25 on there, are all done. I have the yarns to do those. All 25 blankets. I've got yarns to do quite a Big Twist yarns to do quite a few other projects. So I'm good for maybe 2 years. You see, Krista, we don't like our Michaels is poop. Literally, it's worse than Walmart yarn selection here. So, but I don't mind Hirschner's. What I would love to get my hands on, what I would really love to get my hands on is, I don't know if y'all, Krista from, Christy from, is it Krista? Christy? Oh my gosh. Krista from My Secret Yarnery, or not My Precious, but My Secret Yarnery. She gets she lives in Kenya. She gets, oh my gosh, like she has the yarn she gets there is so vibrant, and that she gets from her local Kenya yarn supplier. It is so vibrant. Like I want to get a hold, yeah, Krista, I want to get a hold of that. And oh my gosh, like those colors are just that she gets in from her local yarn shop there are just so vibrant and pretty. It's like, oh my gosh. And yes, I wish Big Twist they could just sell the name and the rights to another company and let them produce it. But I feel if that ever happens, then the quality is definitely going to change, you know. So we can't, you know, it's just one of those you just gotta we gotta play it by ear, I guess. But I know when she goes to her like hi Karen, hey Miguel. There's often classic online through Michael's website because of my Michael stores. Sucks. But there are like 50, 45 colors to choose from, and it's affordable and big skeins. And well, she gets, yeah, I know she gets ice yarns, but I know like I've seen her go to the Kenya ones, but the ones that she gets in her Kenya store, oh my gosh, like yellow is yellow, you know, it is vibrant. Teal is like a vibrant teal. It's like it's hard to explain. If you just go just look at one of her videos and look at her yarn wall. Like the top two shelves are all ice, the rest are her local Kenya, and it is just amazing. Not that I know of, Krista. Hey, Ricky. I do have some ice yarns, and I finally figured out for almost a year. I'd say probably since June or July. No, June, maybe May of last year. I've been trying to work up this idea of a butterfly shawl. Well, I've come to the conclusion that's not going to be able to happen because of what I want to do won't. I can do it in crochet, but I can't do it in Tunisian. I've done trying and trying and trying. And but I have a different idea that's still going to be butterfly-ish that I'm going to use the Picasso yarns for, and because there's the quite a bit that wants at me, and then the knockoffs that I found. There's a knockoff company that sells ice yarns. I can't say ice yarns. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna move my chair this way. Screw it. Because this is ice yarns, right? That's the Picasso. Sorry about the noise. I have it in a Ziploc bag because I opened it up. That's the Picasso. I'll open it up and we'll look at one. Because, I mean, like, you know, that's the Picasso donut. And this is very pretty. I haven't used these yet, so I don't know how they are. Oh, why am I putting it down there? Because I need it as a comparison. And I don't have the lighter Picasso. But this is the knockoff. The knockoff, to me, it's the lighter rainbow one. That's the name. And I got it from Amazon. And it's the exact same makeup as the Picasso, just that the Picasso's, you know, more. This is the vibrant rainbow one. I don't know what it's called, and that's the lighter one. But it's, to me, and where these are, I believe, are $8.99 for a pack of 8. I mean, Juan sent me all these to do that idea that I can't get to work up. Okay, Margie. These, I believe, for an 8-pack, when I bought these, were $6.99. And that's when, of course, because the Picasso rainbow, that rainbow one I just showed, is back in stock again, and people are selling it. And this one when I bought it, of course, they weren't in stock, and they were $6.99 for 8 as well. And Panda actually has the actual Picasso in that same colorway of the knockoff, and we compared the two, and there's no difference, no difference at all. Just the knockoff's cheaper, and I got it because I wanted to see how much. Yeah, she did put the Picasso yarn on the map. If it wasn't for her, we'd have Picasso all the time. It would never be sold out. Welcome in, Nisi. And let it just place your. Yeah, Spin Right owns Yarn Inspirations. And Karen and Burnett, whatever you want to call it. And yes, Steve, they're the same yardage, same everything, same makeup, same yardage. It's that tube that's blown fibers through it that, and it feels the same. It feels the same. So, because I didn't want to, my mock-up that I've been trying to do, I've been doing it in the Big Twist Living Rainbow color. I guess inclusivity, because I didn't want to have to constantly keep frogging this and wearing that out of the Picasso. Because if I could got it to work, then that'd have been a different story. But I just can't, because of Tunisian, I just can't get it to work. Regular crochet, I could have gotten it to work, but I don't want to do it in regular crochet. I wanted to do it in Tunisian, so yeah, couldn't get it to work. I haven't tried it either. I don't even want to say it's the same as. Let me see if it's still there. 1 second. Have to go to Prime. Go there. Oh my gosh. I have no idea when I bought it. It's in 2024. Hello, where were you? Wow, did I buy that much? There we go. Okay, what is it at now? Oh, they've changed the way it looks. Oh, never mind. Don't even. Oh, wait. Their skeins got bigger. Their skeins got really. They're not doing donuts. They do skeins, but it did go up. $10 for one skein now. So I'm not even going to post the link because it's gone way up. Yeah, don't even bother. You're better off going to eBay or let's see what 4 balls. What? Yeah, it's not worth it. In my honest opinion now. Oh, yeah, that's only one skein. Yeah, it's not worth it no more. Like it was whenever I bought it. It's definitely gone up a lot. So it's not worth the price now. And then I was just. You're welcome, Kendra. I was just. What is the word I'm looking for? Thanks. It's just my water. Yeah, that's all it is. Ice water. Gotta drink a lot of water. We were looking at eBay. Just curious, with the whole Big Twist thing, Joanne's going on. We were looking, and I couldn't believe some of these prices that some of these people are already, putting up for like, like the supernova, big twist supernova, right? This is Mars landing. $40 per. And I'm like, no. Um, there was like the vortex. People were selling those for $25 each. And I'm like, I get it. I mean, I know what people are doing. Like, I know whenever I went to, we had to get me out of the house. It was right after my, actually, no, we didn't have to get out of the house because we were right over there. It was Tuesday, right after they turned on my right leg lead. We went to Joann's. Um, and, oh no, it was Monday. It was actually Monday when the lead was turned on because that's when we went. And they were actually crowded, but there was one person buying up every skein of the Big Twist Posh. And it was ridiculous because my store was always stocked. They always had, you know, there was never any empty spaces with the yarns. It was always constantly stocked, and they bought, I'd say it had to be a good 300 to 400 skeins of it. And I'm like, what? You know, I mean, that's Posh. Granted, yeah, Posh is nice. The Big Twist Posh is nice and fluffy and whatnot for amigurumis and whatnot. Yeah, Panda did want me to make a big blanket for our bed for it, but I'm like, you know, that's a $600 blanket. Right, Sherry? Hi, Jola. Oh, oh my gosh, Michael. Hi, Andrea. No worries, hon. You know, do what you need to do. But it was a lot of this. My store just keeps a lot of the yarn because there's not a lot of the crocheters here really don't get their yarn from there. They go to Walmart. Walmart is the one that's always out of yarn. They're always out of yarn here. It's never, people don't go. Michael, they may go to Hobby Lobby. I don't go to Hobby Lobby because of reasons, but you know, they may go there. Ollie's, we went to Ollie's too on the way home, and Ollie's had, oh, we didn't grab it, but you know, like these, the Super Saver, actually, the ones that are bigger, the Red Heart bigger, the bigger ones. I don't know what they're called. Um, but they had a mess ton. Yeah, jumbo. That's it. The jumbo. They had a mess ton. They were $3.99 each, but they were all trying to find the color. Uh, there you go. They were all that color. All like 200 of them were all that color. So I'm like, you know, what do we need to buy those for? It. Plus, me and Panda really don't like Red Heart. It just doesn't, it doesn't feel good when we're working with it. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the color. I guess that was the color name, but there was a mess ton of it, and it was just like, okay. Plus, they had this, and then there was a mess ton of the scrubby yarn, an eyelash yarn. No. Our Ollie's didn't have blanket yarn at all. Um, we rarely ever go to Ollie's because it's on the other side of town. Again, we don't live in a big. I mean, we live our town size, our city size is 250,000, but people here don't know how to drive. Um, but yeah, we didn't grab it. We were on the way home, so we stopped there, and he's never been in there, so we went in and we looked around, and that's when we saw the yarn, and I'm like, man, all one color though. The one I really thought was the hardest. We were at a Walmart on the other side of town. Like our Walmart here, literally, their yarn aisle was probably about as big as my cubes here. There's a Walmart I'd say about 10 miles, I don't know, that way. And the one that I felt, they actually had it there, that it felt so rough. I couldn't believe that it was actual yarn. Was the Red Heart Mexicana, the Mexicana colorway. It's like they sprayed it with starch or something because that stuff was rough. I'm picking it up. I'm like, okay, I could use it as a saw blade if I wanted to. I love the colorway. It's pretty as heck. I wanted to get it, but then when I felt it, I was like, no, 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 no. That stuff felt like it was starch to high heck. And the other Walmart that's over there was over there by the doctor's office on the other side of town. It, it had Mexicana and it was rough too. And I'm like, okay, is it just the Mexicana colorway that's rough or what? Yeah, I need to touch yarn, and I know like for me, I know Big Twist is soft. Most of Hirschner's, most of Hirschner's is not as soft as Big Twist, but nowhere near as rough as Red Heart. I don't really care for Premier. I don't really like Premier. And hi Amber, I'm just not a big Premier fan. It feels too slick, almost Karen. I don't like Karen either because to me Karen is too slick. Uh, so I've been stuck on, Mainstays is okay. It's not as rough as Red Heart, but not as soft as Hirschner's. Definitely nowhere near as soft as Big Twist. Uh, but I what am I trying to read that? It really does. It really does, Maria K. It really varies, and it's weird how much it can vary from one colorway to the next colorway, and or even in the same colorway, you know, and the same lot. Bye, Dorothy. Uh, yeah, I haven't gotten the Heathers. I wanted to get the heathered yarn from Hirschner's, but there's a lot of other stuff I want to get. But I need to use a lot of my yarn first before I start doing a lot of that. I do have a lot of stuff to do with all the yarns I have. I got to get there, and then there's some of these color packs that they have that I love at Hirschner's. There's the Moroccan color pack. Like, oh my gosh, that is pretty. And then there's the Beach Day. There's quite a few, and I wanted to order more, but I'm like, no, no, no. And especially today with Hirschner's having that, it's a 29% off sale. Plus, since I'm their club member, I get an additional 10% off, so that's 39% off. And I'm like, that's very tempting, but where would I put it? Well, thank you, Lisa. I love them. I'm gonna be what a lot of these I'm gonna be working with. I wait until like for me when I create a project or even start designing a project in my head, I've already know the colors that I want of how to do it. Hi, Mary Crafty Corner. Hi, how are you doing? Um, but yeah, I have the ideas, the colorways, everything already picked out in my head before I start crocheting it up. So that way I know what I want. And with all the blankets that I'm going to be doing, I already know my colorways. I already know how I already bought the colorways. They're already, I may not be able to get into these blankets till the end of the year or beginning of next year, but I already got the colorways. Okay, Krista, have a great day. But I'm going to go ahead and let you all go. I want to thank you all for being here. Just thought I'd pop my head on, let you just say hi. March 7th, the Saddleback will be coming out. March 14th, I will be doing another Inside the Yarn Studio with you guys, and hopefully I have a few things this time around finished, and we can show off a few of the makes, because this week I didn't really. This last 2 weeks I wasn't really able to do a lot because of the pain from the cold fronts that were just coming and going, coming and going. So, but I want to thank you all for being here. You guys are awesome, wonderful, and I love you all. And in 30 minutes, VJ goes live. So you want to head over there. That'd be awesome. So, but I'll talk to you all later, and have a great day. Where is it? There it is. Sorry.